chapter 21, 1. Have you sinned? If so, do no more and ask pardon for your sins. Verse 2, flee from sin as the face of a serpent. It will bite like a lion, slaying the souls of humans. 3, all iniquity is a two-edged sword. Wounds aren't able to be healed. 4, to terrify and do wrong will waste riches. The mouth of the proud will be made desolate. 5, prayer of the poor reaches the Creator. Their judgment comes quickly. 6, those hating being reproved is in the way of the sinner. Respecting Creator will make you repent from your heart. 7, an eloquent human is known near and far. One of overstanding knows when they slip. 8, building your house with another's money is like one building a tomb. 9, congregation of the wicked are like a toe wrapped together, or a toe, I'm not sure. Their end is a flame of fire. 10, the way of sinners is made plain with stones. The end is the pit of hell. 11, those who keep the law receive overstanding, perfection of respect for Creator and wisdom. 12, those not wise won't be taught, but there's a wisdom that multiplies bitterness. 13, knowledge of the wise shall abound like a flood, their counsel like a pure fountain of life. 14, the inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, will hold no knowledge as long as they live. 15, if a skillful or skitful one hears wisdom, will commend and add to it. When one of no overstanding hears it, displeases them, and they cast it away. The universe. 16, talking of the fool is like a burden in the way. Grace will be found in the lips of the wise. 17, they inquire of the wise in the congregation. They shall ponder their words in their hearts. 18, a house destroyed is a wisdom to a fool. Knowledge of unwise is talk without sense. 19, doctrine to the fools are a fetter on their feet and manacles on their right hand. 20, fools lift their voice with laughter. The wise rarely smile, even a little. 25, the talker's lips tell many things not pertaining to them. Words of those of overstanding are weighed on the scales. 23, a fool will peep into the door of a house. Those well nurtured will stand without. 26, the hearts of the fools are in their mouths. The mouth of the wise are in their hearts. 27, when the ungodly curse the evil one, they curse themselves. 28, a whisperer defiles their own soul and hated wherever they go. 22, the slothful are compared to the filth of the dunghill. Everyone taking it up will shake their hands. 3, evil nurtured children are dishonored to their parents. Foolish are born to their loss. 4, a wise daughter brings an inheritance to her husband. Those living dishonestly are their parents' heaviness. 5, those living dishonors their parents and spouse. All shall despise them. 6, the tell of the season is a muse or a musy in the morning. Stripes and correction of the wisdom are never out of time/season. 7, who teaching the fool is like gluing a pot's head together, or a pot's head together, and as one that wakes one from a sound sleep. 8, telling a tale to a fool is like speaking to one sleeping. After speaking, they'll ask what the matter was / the plot. Exactly. 9. If children live honestly and have wherewithal, shall cover. What? Wait. So verse 9. If children live honestly and have wherewithal, shall cove the baseness of their parents. Or I guess cover the baseness, the foundation, or Lord, whatever. Verse 10. Children being haughty through disdain and want of nurture, to stain the nobility of their kindred. 11. Weep for the dead, for they've lost light. Weep for the fool, for they wanted overstanding. Make little weeping for the dead. They're at rest. The life of a fool is worse than the death. 12. 7 days they weep for the dead. For the fool and the ungodly, all the days of their lives they weep. This one I have highlighted. 13. Talk not much with a fool. Go not to them with no overstanding. Beware of them unless you have trouble, and that you're never defiled with foolishness. Depart from them, and you'll find rest / peace. Never disquieted with madness. 18. Pale set on a high place will never stand against the wind. So a fearful heart in the imagination of a fool isn't able to stand against any fear. 19. Pricking the eye will make tears fall. Pricking the heart makes it show knowledge. 20. Casting stones at birds make them fly away. Unbraiding a friend breaks the friendship. 21. You drew swords on a friend. Despair not, for they may be a returning to a favor, or there may be a returning a favor. 22. If you opened your mouth against your friend, fear not. There may be reconciliation. Except for unbraiding pride or disclosing secrets. A treacherous wound, for this thing's a friend will part. Or for these things a friend will part. 23. Be faithful to a neighbor in their poverty, that you may rejoice in their prosperity. Be there in their time of trouble, that you may be left an inheritance. For a mean estate is not to be always contended, nor the rich that is foolish to be had in admiration. 23:1. The creator and governor of the creation, leave me not to their counsel, let me not fall by them. 2. Who will scourge my thoughts, discipline wisdom over my heart, that they spare me not by my ignorance, and it pass not by my sins. 3. Lest my ignorance increase and my sins blind my destruction, and I fall before my adversaries and my enemies rejoice, whose thoughts are far from your mercy. 4. Give me not to a proud look, turn away from your servant a haughty mind. 5. Turn away vain hopes and concupiscence. Thy will hold up those always desiring to serve. 6. Let not greediness of the belly or lust of the flesh take hold of me. Give me not over to an impudent mind. 8. Sinners shall be left in their foolishness. Both evil speakers and the proud shall fall. 9. Accustom not your mouth to swearing, nor use yourself to the naming of the Holy One. 10. For as a servant that is continually beaten shall not be without a blue mark, so they that swear and name Creator will not be faultless. 15. One accustomed to approprious. One accustomed to appropriate words will never be reformed all the days of their lives. 16. Two types multiply sin. The third will bring wrath. A hot mine or fire, never quenched until consumed. A fornicator is a flesh that will never cease until they kindle the fire. 18. One breaks marriage, saying in their heart, who will know? Darkness and walls cover me. What need I fear? The Most High will not remember my sins. 19. Such who fear eyes of man and not know Creator's eye is 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all deeds of humans, considering the most secret parts. 22 through 23. First, they disobeyed the law. Second, they transgressed against the spouse. Third, they played the whore and harlot and brought forth children by another. 24. Shall be brought out of the congregation, inquisition made of their children. 25. The children shall not take root. Parent branch will be brought forth. The parent's branch will bring forth no fruit. 26. Parents will leave. Parents will leave memory and be cursed. Their reproach shall not be blotted out. 24, 25. Creator fills all things with thy wisdom, as Philson and Tigris in time of the new fruit. 25, 1. And three things I was beautiful and stood beautiful before Creator and humans. Unity of brethren and neighbor. 25, 2. Three types of souls have hatred. Okay, so I'm greatly offended at their lives. The poor are proud, the rich are liars, and the old adulterers that doteth. 25, 3. Well, I highly recommend you go and look for yourself. Let's start the fire. 25, 3. If you gather nothing in your youth, how would you find anything in your age? 4. Comely are judgment for gray hairs, for ancient humans' counsel. 5. Comely is the wisdom of old humans, overstanding in counsel to humans of honor. 7. There's a thing I've judged in my heart to make me happy. 10th. Oh, wait. So there's 9 things. My bad. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. Those having joy in children, their lives are long enough to see enemies fall. 8. Well are they dwelling with a spouse of overstanding, has not slipped with their tongue, not serving one more unworthy than them. 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, any wickedness other than that of the wicked woman. 14. Any affliction but from those that hate me, any revenge than of those that hate me. 15. No head above head of the serpent, no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. 16. Rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than with an evil human. 17. Wickedness of one changes their face, darkens their appearance like a sackcloth. 18. Their spouse will sit among neighbors, when he hear of it will sigh. 19. All wickedness is little to the wicked. All wickedness is little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of the sinner fall upon her. 20. I'm going. Yeah, all right. So 21. Stumble not at the woman's beauty. Desire her not for her pleasure. 22. If one maintain their spouse, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. 23. A wicked woman abates the courage, makes an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. Not comforting their husbands in distress, makes weak hands and feeble hands. 24. A woman came beginning of sin. Through her we all will die. 25. Give the warder no passage, neither a woman liberty to gad abroad, or gad abroad. 26. If she goes not as you would have wanted her, cut her off from your flesh, give a bill of divorce, and let her go. 26:1. Blesses the man with a virtuous wife, their lives will be doubled. 2. Virtuous wives rejoice their husbands, they fulfill their days in peace. Whew, very hard to find. 3. Good wives are a good portion given to those who respect Creator. 4. Rather rich or poor, if you have respect for Creator, you shall all the time rejoice with a cheerful countenance. 5. 3 things my heart worries. The 4th, I was sore afraid. Slander of a city, gathering of the unruly multitudes, and the false accusation. All the worst death. All the worst death. 6. A grief of heart and the sorrow of a woman that is jealous over another woman, a scourged tongue which communicates with all. 7. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. Those having hold of her is as a scorpion. 8. Drunken women in a gather abroad causes much anger, shall not cover her own shame. 9. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. 10. If your daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, unless she abuse herself through too much liberty. 11. Watch over an impudent eye, marvel not if she trespasses against you. 13. Grace of a life delights the husband. Grace. It's either grace of a life or grace of a wife delights. Her discretion will fatten his bones. 14. Silent and loving women is a gift of Creator. There's nothing so much worth as the mind well instructed. 11. Watch over an impudent eye, marvel not if she trespasses against you. 13. Grace of a what? Alright, so 14. Silent and loving woman is a gift of Creator. There's nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. 16. As the sun rising in the high heavens, so are the wife in ordaining her house. 17. As the clear light is upon the candlestick, so is the beauty of the face of a ripe age. 19. The flower of your age sound, keep the flower of your age sound, and give not your strength to a stranger. 20. When you got in the fruitful possession through all of the fields, sow it with your own seed, trusting in the goodness of your stock. And just in case, this is 26:20. 26:21. So your race which you heave or leave will be magnified, having the confidence of their descent. 22. Harlots are counted as spittle. Married women are towers against death of their husbands. 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. Creator women. So I guess it's through Creator, women is given to him that respects the Creator. 24. Dishonest women contend shame. Honest women will reverence their husband. 25. Shameless women are counted as a dog. A shamefaced one will honor her husband, the Creator. 26. Women honoring husband will be judged wise of all. Those dishonoring him in their pride shall be counted ungodly. 25. A loud crying woman and a scold will be brought to chase away an enemy. 28. Two things grieve my heart. Third makes me angry. Man of war suffering poverty. One of overstanding not set by, and one of righteousness returning to sin. Creator prepares such one for the sword. 29. The merchant the merchant will hardly keep themselves from doing wrong. A huckster shall not be free from sin. 27:1. Many have sinned for small matters. Those seeking for abundance will turn their eyes away. 2. As nails stick fast between the joining of the stones, so does sin stick close between buying and selling. 3. Unless one holds themselves diligently in respect for Creator, their house will soon be overthrown. 4. As one who sits or sifts with a sieve and refuses. So as one who sifts with a sieve or scythe, the refuse remains. I'm not sure. So the filth of one is their talks. 5. The furnace proves the potter's vessel. So do tests of human reasoning. 27:6. Fruits declare if the tree has been dressed. So is the utterance of the conceit in the hearts of humans. 7. Praise no one before hearing them, for this is the test of humans. 8. If you follow righteousness, you'll obtain it. Put it on as a glorious long robe. 9. Birds live among their like, so will truth return to those who practice it. 10. As a lion lies and waits for prey, so sin for those who work iniquity. 11. Discourse of the godly are always with wisdom. A fool changes as the moon. 12. If among the indiscreet, observe the time, but be among those of overstanding. Basically reduce the time among those not worthy. 13. Discourse of the fool are irksome. Their sport is in the wantonness of sin. 17. Love and be faithful to friends. If you betray their secrets, follow no more after them. 18. As one destroys enemies, you've lost the love of your neighbor. 27. Those working mischief, it shall fall upon them, shall not know from where it comes. 28. Mockery and reproach are from the proud, but vengeance as a lion will lie in wait for them. 29. They rejoicing over all. So though they rejoicing over fall of the righteous shall be taken by the snare. Anguish shall consume them before they die. 30. Malice and wrath, even these are abominations, and the sinful one who have them both. 28:1. Those that revenge shall find revenge from the Creator. Thy will keep sins in remembrance. 2. Forgive the neighbor the heart they've done to you, so your sins will be forgiven when you pray. 3. One having hatred against another, yet seeks pardon from the Creator. 4. They show no mercy to the human which is like themselves, but ask for forgiveness of their own sins. 5. If you that is flesh nourish hatred, who will entreat a pardon on your behalf? 6. Remember your end, and let enmity cease. Remember corruption and death. Dwell in the commandments. 7. Keep commandments and keep no malice. Remember the covenant of the highest, and wink at ignorance. 8. Abstain from strife, you'll diminish sin. A furious one kindles strife. 9. Sinful one disquiets a friend, makes debates between those at peace. 13. Curse the whisperer and double tongue. Many have destroyed many who are at peace. 14. A backbiting tongue has disquieted many, driven them from nation to nation. Strong cities have been pulled down, and houses of great ones overthrown. 15. Backbiting tongue has cast away virtuous women and deprived them their labors. 16. Who follows it will find no peace, never will dwell quietly. 17. Strokes of the whip marks the flesh, lashes of the tongue breaks bones. 18. Many have fallen by the sword, not more than by the tongue. 19. Well are those defending against it, has not passed through the venom thereof, nor bound by it. 21. The death will be an evil death. The grave were better than that. 29. Those who are merciful lend to their neighbor. Those that strengthen their hand keeps commandments. 2. Lend to your neighbor in their time of need, and pay your day in due season. 3. Keep your word and deal faithfully. You'll always find things that are necessary for you. 4. Many, when a thing is lent to them, reckon it as it to be found, or reckon it to be found. Put them to trouble who help them. So many when they are lent a thing to them, they reckon it to be found, and put them to trouble who lent it to them. 5. They'll kiss a man's hand and talk submissively to whom they owe, but will complain of the time but will complain to the time whom time to pay, or when time to pay. 6. If he prevails, they hardly receive the half, will count it as if they found it. If not, they have deprived them of their pay, and now has an enemy without cause, paying them and cursing and railing. For honor they pay disgrace. 7. Therefore, many fear lending for other ill doings, fearing they'll be defrauded. So therefore, many fear lending for others' ill doings. So exactly, fearing that they'll be defrauded. 8. Yet have patience with one in poor estate, delay not mercy. 9. Help the poor for the commandment's sake, turn them not away because of their poverty. 11. Lay up treasure according to the commandments of the Most High. It will bring profit worth more than gold. 13. It shall fight for you against enemies, better than a strong shield and spear. 29:14. An honest person is in surety for their neighbor. Those who are impudent will forsake them. 15. Forget not friendship for surety, for they've given their life for you. 16. The sinner will overthrow the good estate of their surety. 17. Those of unthankful minds will leave them in danger that help them. 18. Suretyship has undone many of good estates, shaken them as a wave of the sea, driven many from their houses, now wandering in other nations. 19. The wicked trespass commandments and falls into a surety. Those following another's business for gain will lead them into suit. 20. Help within your power. Be sure not to fall into the same. 21. The chief thing for life is water, bread, clothing, and a house to cover the shame. 24. It's a miserable life going from house to house where you're a stranger, wouldn't dare open your mouth. Exactly. 27. Give place to a stranger. Give place, you stranger, to an honorable one. My brethren comes to lodge, and I have need of a house. 28. These things grieve one of overstanding, the unbraiding of a house room, and reproaching of the lender. 31:1. Watching for riches consumes the flesh, and chases away sleep. 2. Watching So I think I may have skipped over. I think the next. Yeah, my bad. So we're gonna hop back over. I skipped over 30. So we're gonna go over to 30 then. 30:10. Laugh not with them, or you shall have sorrow with them. Gashing of the teeth at the end. 11. Give no liberty at their youth. Wink not at their follies. 12. Bow down their necks while young. Discipline while they're children, unless they who are stubborn and be disobedient unto you, bringing sorrow to your heart. 13. Chastise your children. Hold them to labor, or their lewd behavior will be an offense to you. 14. Better is the poor, being sound and strong of constitution, than the rich that has afflicted their bodies. 15. Health and good estate of the body are more than gold, a strong body above infinite wealth. 16. No riches above the sound body, no joy above that of the heart. 17. Death is better than a bitter life, or a life full of sickness. 18. Delicates poured upon them, a mouth shut up are as masses of meat upon the grave. 19. What good are sacrifices to idols, not able to smell nor eat, like one afflicted by the Creator? They see with eyes and groans, as an eunuch embraces a virgin and sighs. 21. Give not your mind to heaviness, afflict not yourselves in your own counsel. 22. Gladness of the heart is the life of humans. Joyfulness of one prolongs their life. 23. Love your own soul and comfort your heart. Remove sorrow far from you, for it's killed many, and there's no profit in this. 24. Envy and wrath shorten your life. Carefulness brings age before the time. Carefulness, or it could be carelessness. 25. Cheerful and good hearts will have the care of the meat and diet. And then I'll go back to 30, verse 1. Those loving children causes them often to fill the rod, that they'll have joy in them in the end. 2. Chastising children brings you joy in them, and you'll rejoice chastising children brings you joy in them, and you'll rejoice of them around acquaintances. 3. Those that teach children grieves the enemy. Before their friends they'll rejoice. 4. Though their parents die, yet they're as though they're not dead. They left one behind that's like them. 5. While they lived, saw and rejoiced in them. When they died, wasn't sorrowful. When they died, they weren't sorrowful.